What's up, guys? This is David with True Dudes Fitness. Hey, here's another full day of eating because my macros have changed as they get closer and closer to my journey for my competition, and just to show you guys, how I do my meal prep and what I do throughout the day, because so many people still struggle with what to put together to eat, how it all works. And again, guys, I use MyFitnessPal. I'm gonna do a little screen recording of MyFitnessPal so I can show you how I put all my meals together. But it makes life so much easier. Now I do have the pro version, so I can do custom days for calories with macros, with the proteins, fats, and carbs. This is meal number one. It's on a early Sunday, so I do a lot of meal prep today, or cooking my chicken and my beef and things like that for the next several days. So, but first meal of the day is a awesome breakfast casserole. Oh, it's so good. And I got this recipe, guys, from Jack Perez, and then I just modified it. And if you haven't checked out his channel, definitely check out his channel. He's got some great recipes, and I'm not trying to steal anybody's recipe at all. What we try to do is find recipes that work well for us, and then modify them to fit our macros and needs and taste. So, and if we are able to find a cool recipe that works really well, and we're able to even improve even more macro-wise or taste-wise, we definitely want to share that with you guys, so you can try it too, because we're all trying to hopefully live a healthier life. So, that being said, this awesome breakfast casserole comes in this morning at 450 calories for this big old serving. Now, I do a big 13x9 pan, and that makes 6 servings. So this is one. So this will give you essentially 6 days worth if you want to do it that way. But it's got 35 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, 41 grams of protein. Man, and this is modified to my liking. So again, I took this from Jack Perez, but I modified it to what I like. And matter of fact, let me take that to you guys real fast. Let me tell you what's in it, because you may want to know. I don't know. But here we go. So we have, I did a mixture of fat-free cheese and 2% cheese just to bring the macros down. So I have 2 cups total, 1 cup of each. I got almond milk, red pepper, 4 whole eggs, and then I did equivalent to 4 eggs of egg whites because I was trying to, again, bring my fat down a little bit. And then I have a whole bag, 32 ounces of the Southern style hash browns. And then I have some 2 pounds of turkey sausage by Jennie-O, and a little bit of salt, a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, some paprika, and some black pepper. So if all that sounds good to you guys, the recipe will be coming out soon. And if you guys want it to come out even sooner, leave me suggestions or comments down below, because it sometimes takes me a little bit just to get these recipes out. So back to what I'm eating for meal number one. It's this one casserole dish, and then to even out the meal, I'm having 2 slices of this Delight smooth Sara Lee bread with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Anytime I can get peanut butter in my meals, it's a good day. I love peanut butter, even though it's only 1 tablespoon. Now, guys, 1 tablespoon is 16 grams. Weigh your peanut butter. That one's a very important one, because for so long I was not weighing my peanut butter, and my tablespoon was not even close. So I think my wife even did a video about this already, but it was, if you were to take 1 tablespoon and actually weigh it, it's more like 24, 32 grams. I mean, especially if it's heaping. And it's so easy to do heaping when you're just grabbing a spoon, because man, peanut butter is so good. But anyway, so I have to weigh out my my peanut butter to keep me on track. So you might try that, guys, because the fat is incredible on that stuff because it's so good. And again, this is meal number 1. So total 635 calories, 57 carbs, 26 grams of fat, and 50 grams of protein. So we're gonna eat meal number 1, and we're gonna get our day going. So we'll see you guys here in a little bit. But again, 2371 is my calories, and I always try to get plus or minus 4 on the individual categories. So that's what I mainly shoot for: my carbs, my fats, and my protein. So, and I'll do a little video recording of my app just to show you all that and what it looks like. So we'll see you guys on meal number 2. All right, guys, so I am in the MyFitnessPal. I'm showing you, here is the daily macros. So what's very cool is, as you can see at the very top, has the amount of carbs, the fat, the protein, and total calories I have for the day. So total calories is 2371, but the numbers I really focus on is the individual categories: the protein, the fat, and the carbs. So I try to get plus or minus 4 or so on each of those 3 categories. So I have 245 grams of carbs, 59 grams of fat, and 215 grams of protein. So this is obviously tomorrow, and I have not inputted my food yet, so I'm going to slide back over to today. So you can see here, right now I have the whole day it set at, if I eat exactly what's on here, I'm at -6 on carbs, so I'm a little over on the carbs, which is still good. 4 to 8, typically I try to get closer to 4, and then fat 11, and then proteins 4, sorry. So as you can see, there's meal number 1, 635 calories, and it says it right over to the right hand side of that meal. And then you have the amount of carbs: 57 grams carbs, 26 grams of fat, and 50 grams protein. And that's what these 3 meals are, or these 3 items I have listed, which is my hash browns, my 2 pieces of toast, and my peanut butter. So now today is an off day, so I don't have a workout shake or workout pre-workout snack or anything like that. So I'm gonna keep scrolling down, and then I have the post-training meal. So again, I'm not training today, so usually I'll do my meals 3 hours or so apart, just depending on the day. So my next meal is 493 calories, 58 carbs, 16 grams of fat, and 37 protein. And this is my apple pie protein 9-inch, which I can't wait to eat. It is one of my favorite meals, and again, it's in one of my recipes. And speaking of recipes, guys, oh my gosh, this is so cool how you can create recipes. So if you look down in the bottom right hand corner, you have the 3 dots that says more. I'm gonna press that. It's gonna take us to this main page. So if I go to my meals, recipes, and foods right there in the middle. So here is where I create all my recipes. So when I find other people's recipes or create recipes or whatever it may be that I'm gonna modify, I input it all here. So let's, for instance, like the one I was just telling you guys about earlier, which is the hash brown and egg breakfast casserole. I'm gonna select it. And so here's where I can edit the recipe. So it tells me exactly how many servings it is, the name I create for it, the calories, total fat, total carbs, total protein. Now that is by however many servings. That's not for the entire dish. If I want to know exactly how much that one big old dish was, then I would take servings down to 1. But because I'm dividing it into 6 equal portions, that would be what it would be for each category. Now let's say I want to go in and change it up a little bit. All I do is hit edit recipe, and then there's the recipe. And then I can go in and modify each piece or add a piece. If I scroll down all the way to the bottom, I can add more ingredients or edit the ingredients. So, and then again, this is saying at the bottom there's 450 calories per serving, 6 servings. So you can do all kinds of crazy modifications to make your own recipes. And then once you do create a recipe, you can actually make that into a meal. So if you're gonna have other things with it, and you do that a lot, you can go to meals, and then you can select at the bottom where it says create a meal, and then add in other components that would go along with that one recipe. And then you can even add, for instance, here I'll click on one just to show you this banana bread. You can add instructions at the bottom. So like this one says, I need to cook for 450 degrees for 21 to 25 minutes. mix the yogurt and syrup together on top. So just things like that to make, remembering how you did it or what goes along with that recipe to make that meal. So super cool. But let me take you back to where we were for the day. So again, my next meal's the apple pie with some breakfast sausage links, 3 links. That meal is going to be 493 calories, 56 grams of carbs, 16 grams of fat, and 37 protein. So, and again, meal 3, which is meal 1, 450 calories, 51 grams, and so forth. And you can see I have, protein banana bread, and then I have an omelet. I call it my Miami omelet because it's mostly all vegetables and protein. So it's very, very low fat, very low carb. So I'm mixing a carb source and a high protein source together to make that meal. And then the next meal, I have a peanut butter baked oatmeal. I love oatmeal, so I have that as a recipe. And so if I forget, oh man, what is in my peanut butter baked oatmeal? I just hit these 3 dots at the bottom and go to my meals, go to recipes, and then see right there, peanut butter baked oatmeal. I select it, hit edit recipe, and then that's what's in that particular recipe. Almond milk, salt, stevia, peanut butter, cinnamon, and oats, and the amounts of that are in each. So it makes it really quick and fast to go back. So now I'm going back to today. And then my last meal of the day, which I call my bedtime meal. Usually I eat my bedtime meal or last meal around 6:30, is this one. And typically it's a higher protein one, but as you can see, all my proteins and carbs are pretty well balanced throughout the day. So I try to maintain energy throughout the day. If I want to have a meal that has mostly protein with very little carbs, it's probably going to be my last meal. But it's still pretty good. So we got 50, as you can tell, I love breakfast stuff. So I have an awesome protein waffle recipe. And I'll have to show that to you guys at some point as well. But yeah, the last meal is a waffle with some chicken sausage links. Now these chicken sausage links are really good in protein. Matter of fact, let's click on one. You can see for 3 links, we got 12 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat, and then a small amount of carbs, 2.7. So not bad. But I needed a little bit higher protein for that meal, so that's why I added those in. And then I have 4 tablespoons of sugar-free syrup to go on to my waffle. So the more items that have significant numbers that matter in the carbs, fat, and protein, definitely highly recommend putting them into your meals so they show and count as the numbers. Otherwise, your numbers are way off and you're just fooling yourself. So the more accurate you are with your food, the more accurate in your numbers it'll be. So anyway, guys, hope this little MyFitnessPal kind of walkthrough helps, because it sure has helped me. I never have used it before till a few months back, and it has really made a big difference in the way I put together all my meals. And I don't eat the same thing all the time. I always used to eat the same thing, and so it's really nice having something different in all the meals and being creative. And that's why I enjoy now putting recipes together so I can save them and input them in each day. So anyway, guys, hope this helps, and we'll see you on the next meal. All right, guys, meal number 2, and man, I'm starved. So it's been about 3 hours. It's about 10:30 now, and so it's time to eat meal number 2. So going with my MyFitnessPal, this is my apple pie protein 9-inch is what I call it. And man, so it's this right here, guys. Oh my goodness, look at this. So this pan, I call it my 9-inch because it's a 9-inch pan. This thing is one of my favorite things I make, and I think I have a video of this that we've already done. We're always kind of manipulating it or making it better every time. So the recipe I have now, I really like. So, but this pan makes 2 servings. So that's why you see half left, because I had that half yesterday, and then now this whole half will be for this meal. So just to let you guys know, this one serving is 383 calories, 55 carbs, 10 fat, and 29 grams of protein. So nice macros and super delicious. I'm always making, trying to find recipes that I really enjoy. I love sweets, I love breakfast. So adding in, the right ingredients to make it super fun and tasty is what I've been trying to do. So that's why I'm doing this, guys, just to show you, you know, it's not just a chicken and rice and broccoli. I have those things too, but I try to mix it up a little bit throughout my day. So I enjoy all my meals, and I'm still eating healthy, staying within my plan. So again, we have the apple pie 9-inch, and then I have 3, let me see that, guys, 3 of the chicken apple, it's called the breakfast sausage chicken maple links. 3 of these, 110 calories, 9 grams protein, 7 fat, 2 carbs. So this whole meal together is 57 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, 38 grams of protein. So nice mix of macros there. And yeah, I'm just gonna scoop this out into my plate. So we'll put it on here, we'll warm it up for a little bit. You know, it's actually really good cold. So I don't know about you guys, but I am out in the field or out working typically throughout the week where I can't always heat up my food. And so when I do my recipes or I create my meals, I do them in such a way that not all the time I get to warm them up. So it's one thing to consider. So a lot of times I'll have in my 6-pack bag over there all my meals, and I'll have to eat them cold out in the field versus get a chance to warm them back up in the microwave. It's always a plus, but I don't always get to do that. So it's another piece of advice I would say if you're packing food or creating food for yourself for a plan to make it through the day. Find foods that you can eat cold that still tastes good, and create it in such a way that that's satisfying. So anyway, I'm fixing to eat this, guys, and warm this up and get meal number 2 down in the books. So looking forward to meal number 3, of course, but I got lots more things to do with videos and work and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned for meal number 3 later on this afternoon. So see you guys. Hey guys, now we're on meal number 3. So going to the MyFitnessPal, we have a serving of protein banana bread. Now, I can't remember if we've done a video on this or not. If we haven't, we will do one soon. But I love banana bread, and so we cook this protein banana bread, and then we divide it up into 4 sections, so we get a nice big helping of it. And man, it's good cold, it's good warm. Love banana bread. So the banana bread is super awesome also in macros. So just to tell you guys real quick, on 1 serving we have 335 calories, 48 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, and 25 grams of protein. So we're gonna have that, and we're gonna have what I call my Miami omelet. That's just what I named it. It's just a 3/4 cup of liquid egg whites, and then what I like to do, put about 30 grams of sliced up tomato. I like to cook my red onions, about 30 grams of red onions, 30 grams of a little bit of red pepper, and then a few jalapenos because I like a little spice. So I'll cook the jalapenos, the pepper, and the onions in the pan, which I need to turn on. Get that heated up, and then so I'll show you how I do that, guys. And you can vary your omelets up quite a bit. But this whole meal is 450 calories, so it's 51 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, and 46 grams of protein. So a nice even meal. And again, this is meal number 3. I have 2 more meals for the day. And again, as you see how I put all my meals together through these different videos we've done of my day of eating, you'll see that I don't always eat the same thing. And that's why I like to use MyFitnessPal, because I'm constantly creating different recipes or trying different things, because I'm trying to look forward to my next meal. I mean, if you guys love the simplicity of just eating the same thing over and over, that's great. I've done that for years. But I really like the ability to change things up and see exactly where I'm at. And you got a plan, guys. You got a plan. So I usually make my whole day of eating the day before. Sometimes I do 2 days in advance, figuring it into my fitness pal, but most of the time it's just 1 day in advance. So and the last thing also, before I forget, is I love to add spinach. I love adding green spinach because these are just, empty calories and super awesome. So, we almost forgot. I always like to put a little bit of oregano and a little bit of garlic powder in there. So let me get those things real fast. All right, so pan is heating up quick. So I want to aim the camera down just a bit, guys, for you, so you can see exactly how I'm cooking my omelet, because I think I've got this omelet thing down to perfection. So without further ado, let me angle this bad boy down just a teensy bit. There you go. All right, so my pan is definitely hot, so we're gonna add in a little bit of peppers and onions. Get those. I like to cook it before I get the eggs in there. So I like my onions cooked a little bit. So there's my jalapenos, my onions, and peppers at the bottom. I just keep them all spread out, because what I'm gonna do is I want them to go into the egg. So now I'm gonna take this egg, I'll pour that in there. Goes up the bottom. Then we'll grab my onion powder. Put a little bit of onion powder in there, just kind of lightly sprinkle that in there. There we go. And then my oregano, usually a pinch or so. I like to get a nice coverage of oregano in there. Oh yeah, I like some oregano. And then of course a little salt and pepper to taste, however much you guys like. And we'll salt. Okay. All right. So let that cook for a second. Smoking up pretty good there. Look at that. Oh yeah. So yeah, looking good. Okay, so now, and this doesn't take long, as you can see. So we're gonna add our tomato, and I just put it on half because we're gonna fold this bad boy over. All right, there's all my tomatoes there. And then I like lots of spinach, lots of green. So there's a big heaping thing of spinach. Okay, and then I'll grab my top, and then I fold it over, and look at that. Oh my goodness, can y'all see that? Boom, I mean, that looks nice, golden, not burnt. Almost done. Look at that, boom, look at that. That is, and again, that omelet is huge, and it's got great macros. So this omelet is, 100 calories, because it's 3/4 cup of egg whites and a little bit of bell pepper, a little bit of tomato, a little jalapeno. So super high protein. We're adding 20 grams plus protein just for this omelet to have with my protein banana bread. So again, this meal is 450 calories, 51 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, 46 grams of protein. So there you go, guys. This is what we're eating for meal 3. We're gonna get this down, and we have 2 more meals left for the day. So we'll see you guys later on today for this day of eating. So stay tuned. All right, meal number 5. So, man, it's been a day of fun and eating, and it's always nice to have a Sunday because I'm able to cook all my meals as I go, but typically I cook them all way in advance in the morning. So anyway, meal number 5. We have 6 ounces of chicken breast. See that, guys? Now I like to spice it up a little bit, you know, add a little bit extra in there to make it feel like I'm getting really more than I am. So I'll add like a cup of spinach, a little salt and pepper, some red onions, a little bit of jalapenos. So it looks like a lot of food, but it's really not, and it's not adding any to my macros. So I'm really just counting the 6 ounces of chicken in there. So this is my 5th meal. So we have 6 ounces of chicken breast, and we have my what I call my peanut butter baked oatmeal. And oh, anytime we add some more peanut butter in, you know it's going to be good. So meal number 5. This is all together 437 calories. We got 35 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat. Again, we're really only getting the fat from the 1 tablespoon, or actually 16 grams of peanut butter. Remember, weigh your peanut butter. And 47 grams of protein. So 47 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat, 35 grams of carbs. So again, we have the baked oatmeal. And again, check out one of our recipe videos. I think we've done a variation of this. There's so many ways to do the baked oatmeal. It's almost like a dessert. There's so many different ways to do it. So this is a really good high carb, low fat. So it's 272 calories just for this alone. 35 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein. Obviously this is where I get all my carbs from, is the oatmeal, and then mostly what I'm getting from this is my protein. So, and then you can't forget water. I find it easier for me to carry a gallon of water, even at home throughout the day on a Saturday or Sunday, because I don't want to think about how much water I've drank as far as individual cups. So much easier just to have, we just get this delivered to our house. It's super cheap, it's like $1 or so. And it's convenient. You don't have to stop at a convenience store to grab one or whatever. And I'm good with drinking room temperature water. I don't need it cold. If you want a fancy cooler of some sort to keep it cold, you know, more power to you. But I like this. And the reason why, because throughout the day, I can see, right now it's just a little after 3 o'clock, and that's where I'm at. I've got about that much left to drink. So I'll have like coffee and stuff throughout the day, and I will not count that as my water. It's bonus, but as long as I know I'm getting 1 full gallon in. Now, as I get closer to doing a show, I'll be drinking more than a gallon. I know that. But right now, I try to drink at least 1 full one of these a day. Plus, you know, I'll have a few cups of coffee and things like that. So this is meal number 5. We have 1 more meal, and I said how much I like breakfast. Well, this is how much I like breakfast. My last meal of the day is breakfast. We're having the 8-inch protein waffle with some chicken sausage links with a little sugar-free syrup. So can't wait. I'll show you guys that on meal number 5, and we'll be done for this meal prep for the day. Again, my total macros that I try to hit right now for my daily is 245 grams of carbs, 59 grams of fat, and 215 grams of protein. So those are my macros. That's what I try to work on for this time, getting ready for a show, which is probably in the early spring of next year. So see you at meal 5. I'm gonna get eating before this gets cold. Okay, see you. All right, guys. Last and final meal for the day. Meal number 5. It's about 6:30, almost even 7. No wonder I'm so hungry. So again, back to breakfast, because I love breakfast type stuff. So check this out. Protein waffle, yes, with 4 maple sausage links. So last meal of the day. I'm gonna read you the macros. We have 475 calories, 50 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. So this is a great meal. I can't remember if we have a recipe for this 8-inch protein waffle. If not, we'll get one out for you guys. because I really enjoy this waffle. Because just the waffle alone, 8-inch waffle, look at that. 42 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, 24 grams of protein. So super awesome, great macros, and man, I really enjoy it. It's really good. So again, guys, I'm gonna be wrapping this up for the day, and these are the meals for this Sunday. And every time I do a day of eating, you'll see different and new meals and throughout the day. So hope you guys like the video. Hope this gives you guys some ideas on what you can implement into your plan. And if you guys have any questions, comments, leave them in the section down below. Give us a like, subscribe, and hope we see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.